guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk with Aarohi. In today's video, I'm going to interview a really friendly and open-minded person, Shikha Desai. So, if you want to know more about her journey, let's get started with the interview. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. I hope everything is going well on your side.
Thank you.
I'm so glad to have you here. And since I find that journalism field is a little interesting, so I would like to know about your work and your profession. What
Sure.
you do. So let's start. What led you to become a travel journalist?
So as a child, I was always a creative person, someone who enjoyed a lot of painting and writing. So gradually, I gravitated towards more towards writing and art, which led me into journalism. So yeah, and
What type of writing did you used to do? Like,
so I was initially I used to do all kinds of lifestyle writing. So whether it's with health, fitness, fashion. I did a lot of celebrity interviews, like I told you, and then gradually I figured that I was more interested in food, travel, and that's how I started specializing in that.
so did you write every day, like what you used to see every day, or
No, not really, but no, I was never into writing on a daily basis. But yeah, I enjoyed writing overall because I also read a lot.
how do you pick the place for your travel? Like, do you have a travel log?
So I write for newspapers and magazines. So for the same, I visit a lot of places, but I like to visit places which are rich in culture, architecture, which have indigenous tribes living there. So I gravitate towards that. I try to pick places which are not very commercial, but offer a very authentic experience.
So, like, how do you exactly select the places you want to go?
So I'm usually invited by a lot of tourism boards, but then I'm picky in terms of what I want to write about, and I like to write more about sustainable travel, like traveling in a way that you don't pollute the environment.
Yeah.
So I try to write about conscious travel and pick the places accordingly.
Okay. So after you get an invite, you still decide on what
Yes,
how
what
you
I want to
write.
do. Yes.
So, what are the limitations of being a travel journalist?
Limitations are a work-life balance for me, I think, because as a woman, you're always trying to strike a balance between two things.
Yeah.
I want to do so much in terms of work, but I am a little concerned about what's happening at home. I'm worried about my family. So there's always a little
Hard to balance.
Yes,
between
it's hard to
family.
balance, but I think that is the only. And also, yeah, one more thing. When I'm traveling, I meet a lot of interesting people. I make friends very quickly because I meet a lot of like-minded people on my travels. So sometimes saying goodbye is hard for me because I've spent like a long time with them. Sometimes I'm very teary-eyed when I'm going back home. So yeah.
Okay. How does frequent traveling affect your family time?
It affects my family time. In fact, it doesn't affect in a big way, but it has a lot of positive impact because as a couple, when you're staying away from each other for a few days, like for example, I'm going on a trip for 10 days or for a week. When I come back, I have so much to share with my partner, which enhances my relationship. I think because you're not bored of each other, and there is always you're adding value to the relationship because you're kind of away and. I think that is how you appreciate each other.
Okay. Who or what inspires you?
I don't have one person who inspires me as such, but as a writer, there's a writer called Pico Iyer. I love his writing style, it's very meaningful. So he's one person who inspires me as a writer, but otherwise, I meet so many people who inspire me on a daily basis when I'm traveling. So there are people doing so many interesting things, and when you step out of your comfort zone, when you're traveling to new places, it's just very enriching.
You told that you like reading, so whatever you read, do you write about it, or has anything that you read inspired you to write something? Or
For me, those two things are completely different. Like reading, it keeps me inspired, but there's no connection in what I'm reading and what I'm writing.
which was one of the best places so far that you have traveled to, and share one of your best traveling experiences till date.
Yeah, I think that's one question that people ask me all the time, and it's so difficult because every place is so special for me. But yeah, something I fondly remember is my travel experience to the Amazon rainforest in South America.
Yeah.
So it took me like 48 hours to get there, first of all, from India. And then when I was on the cruise in the Amazon rainforest for 5 days, I was absolutely disconnected. There was no internet, there was no cell phone connection, and the amount of peace I experienced in my life was just priceless.
Yeah.
I've never felt so much at peace with myself and with everything around me. And I realized that disconnection is so important in your life. You don't have to feel the need to stay connected all the time. You have
Basically
to, yeah,
away from
yes, and spend some
gadgets
time
and-
with yourself, totally to understand yourself better. It's just amazing.
So you do solo traveling?
A lot.
What or how was the transition from lifestyle journalist to a travel journalist?
Yeah. So when I was focusing more on lifestyle journalism, I was also writing a little bit about food and travel. But when I started doing that a lot more, I realized that it really fuels me with a lot of inspiration. And like traveling to new places is so exciting. You learn so much. You open your perspectives. You're not like a frog in the well who
Getting
thinks,
to know other cultures.
you're not thinking in a certain manner. Now I'm not someone who is judgmental anymore. I don't feel that if someone is doing something specific, it's right or wrong. You're just open to so many things, and that's happened because of it.
So do you think that traveling a lot makes you even like more and more open-minded?
Open-minded, a better individual. I'm constantly learning.
Okay. So that were all the questions I had, and thank you so much.
Thank you for. I had a great time talking to you.
It was like really fun getting to know more, and
Thank you.
so that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Let's Talk with Aarohi. I'll see you in my next video with a fun and interesting profession to talk about. Bye!